और जीता कौन है?
बोलिंग
मध्य प्रदेश। बोल ना।
ये हवा दे रहा है तो उड़ रहा है वैसे।
इधर
I mean 10 मिनट 5
मिनट 10 मिनट करो जम्मू जीती है
बैटिंग
उसने बैटिंग
Eight for one in 2 overs, as Bengal have lost their first. But the best thing about them is Indranil is still on strike, and he can be the most dangerous player. So we'll look forward to him. Of course, what he does in this match too. Eight for one. 3 balls to go in this with Abhishek and Indranil. Now the best thing about this is look at with the amount of intensity that Bengal is bringing. Look at that shot. Everything about going over the fielder's head and getting that boundary. He knows exactly what he was doing with that shot. So 6. The best thing about the shot was that the intention was never to keep that along the carpet. It was always about hitting it over fielder's head to get that boundary, and that's how he got that 6. This will go on. This will go on for a long, long time, I can tell you. The latest of the them is beautiful. Long on and long off outside the circle. You expect that. It's not very pacey. Oh, look at that shot. Might not reach the boundary. Beautiful indeed. You have the outfield to blame here. If you're a batsman, it has not been your friend today. And if you're in that bowling camp, it feels like you have some extra fielders fielding. 2 more runs added to the total. Probably could have been a boundary. Last ball of this over coming up with Saurabh on 8. Last ball, yeah. So looking at the fact that the wicket has actually played better today. We've got runs on the board, and we've done that with a lot of intensity. Last ball. No run in that. End of over number 3. It's 16 for 1. fresh start to this over with some runs on the board. Two of them now with 2 deliveries. Interestingly, with the right and left hand combination, it's almost forcing Sumit Jaiswal to be a little different here. If you try to understand what he's trying to do as a bowler, is that he said, I'll have most of the fielders outside the circle on the onside, at least 4 of them inside the circle on the offside, long off and long on are outside the circle. That's definitely a shot that you can be playing with a lot of sense of urgency. Boundary, and rightly so, when you know that it's a T10. T10 is a game of chances. You take chances, sometimes it goes in your favor, sometimes it doesn't go, but you keep on playing your shots, and you can see that from someone like Indranil here. He keeps on playing shots like this. There was a chance of them picking a catch too, but that was not to be. Probably the icebreaker shot that. This time it's a miscue. Wicketkeeper says it's mine. He has the safest pair of hands at this point in time. He has to take the catch. And wicket number 2 goes down. Probably the big fish. Yes, it is. It's Indranil who's going to go back to the pavilion. Who gets his wicket? Sumit Jaiswal. May not be a pre-planned one, but definitely a one to remember. Tucked away nicely. No run in that. Game of cat and mouse this. 2 overs to go. 2 deliveries to go in this over rather. 22 for 2. All 2 in the scorecard in terms of numbers and wickets. Nothing ball. Has to bowl that again. Waving his arm is the umpire, calling it wide. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the last day of the league stage. Final tomorrow. The big final of the 7th edition of it. It has gone very well for Indian Deaf Cricket Association. Changes the trajectory of the ball at the last point and had no idea about what you call it. And well, that's the end of this over. It seems 4 overs done, 23 for 2. Of course, the umpire for today's match, Mr. Tapan Kumar Behera and Mr. Anand Chandra Sahu, the two umpires. Of course, Mr. Jitendra Kumar Senapati, the scorer of this match, and yours truly, Gaurav Pandey, the commentator, if that counts. Straightforward catch. It might be. No, not quite. Oh, for a moment, I thought he chipped it straight to the hand of that fielder. That was not to be. But that's a very dangerous shot to play if you have not gone to the pitch of the ball and try to just chip it. If you want to do that, you probably use the long handle and hit it a lot squarer, maybe towards cover. But still, it's a dangerous shot to play to someone who is not giving it at all. Better shot from the batter. And it races away to the fence. A very important boundary. Where are the runs? And the batter said this is probably the answer of it. Wanted to hit it fine, maybe not as fine as it is now, but somehow a very important way of getting the boundary, and rightly so. It moves to 29. Some insights of the match, some trivias of the tournament too. Who's got the highest score of the tournament? I asked you yesterday. It is 118 for 3 for J and K, Jammu and Kashmir, scoring that. 118, the highest first inning score. The highest score for that matter. The lowest of them is 24 by Telangana versus Madhya Pradesh. Another single. Yeah, so the highest score chased is 82. And they have to keep an eye on that. That's the reason why they're not giving an inch at this point in time. The average first inning score is 79. The second inning score is 61. Tells you that run scoring might be easy in the first innings. It has never been easy in the second. So runs on the board are runs on the board. And the pressure of batting the second in a T10 match is something else too. We'll talk about that. 5 overs done, 32 for 2. We'll come back and discuss a few more things about what it means to the world of cricket. Two fielders outside the circle on the offside, long off and cover. Nicely played for a single. Gently played for a single. Interesting is to look at the tournament has really been good for most of the sides in terms of showing their skills. Let's take a look at the points table and find out who is at the top. Tamil Nadu at the top with 4 wins for them, 4 out of 4. And of course 5 out of 5 after that win. Bengal is not far behind, 3-1 for them. This will be probably 4-1 if they win. Gujarat and Karnataka lagging behind Madhya Pradesh and DIF Cricket Association. Meanwhile, they've hit a 6 here. That looked like a mistimed one. But somehow it's cleared the fielder and got a very good looking shot for a 6. Alright. We'll come back to that. Kerala at the top, Andhra Pradesh there. Interestingly, the host, big shot, big shot, 2-2 for the batter. Munna, yes, that is exactly the reason why he has been sent higher up the order. He's not someone who goes down, and he's brought 2-2. Straight away putting pressure on the batting side. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is on with Munna Sarkar giving it all. And he's the one who will come in and have a go when he'll be having ball in his hand too. What a talent to have in your side. Odisha and Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu at the top, Odisha at the bottoms. That's the reason why people sitting with me, most of them are from Tamil Nadu, of course, having a bit of go at me. We have been such a long host. That is a sensational hit. 3-3. Asking to walk on water today, and this guy has said, I have a parachute and I can definitely go on and do that in style. He is a sensational player and he's shown that in every possible way today. 3-3, can you believe it? I won't be surprised if it becomes 4-4. Now, one thing that I'm surprised is that why the bowler is not doing anything different here. Similar kind of a line, similar kind of a length. Everything that is going on from bowling's point of view is predictable. Maybe you can change in the fielder, maybe the length of the ball. I think he should go very wide and very quick. But he doesn't have the field to do that, mind you. Doesn't have a deep extra cover. Steps out. Goodness me, it's 4 out of 4. Where are we heading right now? 4 sixes from 4 deliveries. You'll take that any day, right? Stepping out and hitting it over the bowler's head. This is confidence. Munna Sarkar turning it on today. What a fantastic display of batting this is. He is playing like most of the investors play in equity market. Not thinking about the loss, not thinking about the curve going down. Just thinking about the bull run at this point in time. Last ball, Yorker. Where was this ball? Where was this ball? That was the question that was to be answered probably later. 6 overs done. It's a big one for the bowling side. Batting side, beg your pardon, 58 for 2. They're back on track with almost 10 runs for the over. Start of a fresh over. Good flick shot there. That's not bad for a single. All right. I'm keeping an eye on what it exactly means to Bengal. They want to be at the top of their game too, in the best possible way. Over the fielder's head it seems, and would you believe it, it has gone for a boundary too. Everything is this guy is touching is turning gold today. This was not timed at all. This was not there. But the batter has decided that he'll go for it. Mistimed. Leading edge. Does it matter when the luck is around you? 63 now with that. 63 for 2. What an over this is turning out to be. What a match this is turning out to be for the batting side. Abhishek 23 from 16. Munna Sarkar, of course, on a different planet, 28 from 10. Let's not talk about him. It's Munna Sarkar's world and we're living in it. Over the fielder said, that's a cracker of a shot. Oh, cricket at its best. Batting at its best. Missed it, missed it. Oh, cricket, it's sometimes a game of cat and mouse. You see Saurabh doing the exact opposite of what Munna Sarkar was hoping for. Pace. So I'll not give you that. Munna tried to go bang bang. Try to step out. Didn't happen. The back foot finds the fielder. Single, double now. Double. Turning out to be an expensive over. 2, 3, 3 for that overthrow. Might be running for 4. No, not quite. Slips in between. But there is every chance of them going for the 4th one. Looks like he's hurt himself. Something has happened to the batter there. Yes, he's down and out. Rightly denied the single there. There's no way you could come back for the 4th. Straight away you see drinks coming in, assistants coming in. Yeah, he's done something to him. 7 over done, 71 for 2. Will come back with the next over. from the batters so far. These two have batted so well. One on 28, the other on 34. Of course, 18 and 15, the respective deliveries that they have taken to get to that total. Yogesh 7 for 1 for him, trying to just contain the run rate. But they're going at 10 per over, so that should not be a problem for them. 3 deliveries to go in this over. Let's find how they go about the business. And looking like it's Abhishek who's gonna be on strike, who favors the offside. Fine, goes fine. When it goes your way, it just goes your way. Let's take a look at it. That's luck at its best. Yeah, open the face of the bat at last point. That was the key there. But apart from that, the best thing what he did is just helping it nicely, making sure that it reaches 78 now. So 2 more deliveries to go in this over, with Abhishek batting on 32 from 19. He'll probably overcover this time if that sort of a length comes in. Shot of length, he was ready for the pull shot. Where are the fielders? There are no fielders there. There are no fielders. You can say that the way they're picking gaps, the way they're hitting boundaries. Why do we even have boundaries here, as they call it? Excellent shot for a boundary. This is more of a classical pull shot. Very different from what Munna Sarkar does, but equally effective. Last ball. Having a lot of discussion. The two batters. I just wonder if they're telling him that they push the 2 fielders back, and probably they can surprise by bowling a lot fuller than the batter would probably expect in it. Let's see if that is the case. He should actually be ready for the full ball here. Let's see if we both are right or not. Yes, full ball, outside edge of the bat too. 4 it is. Everything going in the favor of the batting side. That kind of a day. If you are in the bowling camp, tell you what, you have a day to forget luck and whatnot in favor of the batting side. The wicket keeper once again missed the opportunity, but runs keep flowing. It's 86 for 2 in 8 overs. So many chances, but none of them are taken today. That kind of a day for the bowling side. 9 overs completed, 93 for 2. We're off for the final over. A run feast for them, as it always has been for Bengal, because they are on 99 with 2 batters close to the landmark. Next ball on the shorter side, quicker, this time a single. Over to you, Med. 1 on 42, now on 43, of course, the other batsman on 45. And tell you what, this is a run feast. This is a day to remember for Bengal. 100 comes up with that as well. 100 for 2. And the most delightful thing about this partnership has been that none of the batters really look like they're playing the anchor's innings. Everyone was trying to go full Monty from ball number 1. The intentions were clear, and that's how they've got the results. Now 3 of the fielders outside the circle on the onside to protect that. Very predictable field set. Let's see what sort of a line it's gonna be. Third man fine leg inside the circle, so it can't be really short. But he bowls it short. It's a punishable offence. With that sort of a field, if you bowl short, it has to go for a boundary. It has to be fuller. But that didn't happen. This was on the shorter side, very wider as well. Clearly asking for trouble. This was a gift ball. Still not happy with something. The batters probably looking at the scorecard or something like that. But 104 comes out with 3 deliveries to go, with Abhishek on 49 from 24. Out-batted Munna Sarkar. Who would have thought that? That's an interesting call, because the aspect of it says that at one point in time Munna Sarkar was batting that well that no one was even coming close to him. With the kind of strike rates that Abhishek has is fascinating too. Of course, got a lot of strike. Now close to it. Now close to almost everything. He wants all the fielders, all the people to be just outside of that. All right, here is Abhishek batting on 49. And he cuts it. And with that beautiful square cut, it reaches to the 50. Abhishek, well played. One of the innings of the tournament. And in the most delightful fashion, of course, he has reached to this landmark. Well played, Abhishek. He can really be proud of the way he has played with a batting striker of 200. And the most important part of the partnership was he was not taking a lot of deliveries when Munna Sarkar was going bang bang. And once he got the strike, it's up to him. The other batsman on 43, Munna Sarkar. What about him? Full ball. Don't bowl that ball to him. He has protection to do that though. 2 runs added to the total. Bengal going wonderfully well here. The first match was not the best of the matches for them. In the rest of the matches, they came back and came back quite well. Final ball with Munna on 45. Can he hit a 6 here? No, play and miss. Anti-climax. Dot ball to end the first innings. But Bengal will take that and hit 107 for 2. Delightful performances with the bat from the batters. Wonderful partnership and whatnot. And the target for the bowling side will be a huge, huge one, I can tell you. Let's see if they can get to the total. It's MADHYA, of course. They need 108 runs to win this match. We'll come back in the second innings, but that's after a few minutes. Thank you so much. 12 for 1. That's the scorecard after the first over. Already lost a wicket in the quest of going for runs. And meanwhile, the weather has been slightly different from what you normally see here. Weather has become very pleasant. Of course, we saw that in the first innings too for some part of the matches. Thing is that whenever you play any game where wind will have an effect, you know, sometimes it can go in the favor of the batting side and sometimes it can go in the favor of the bowling side. Bowlers can use that to get a bit of sidewise movement. It can happen to you. I know most of the experts of the game are not into this fact, but yeah, they will be delighted to know this fact too. The other is, of course, that the batter can use the effect of wind and can hit through the line and can get the value of his shots, the full value. Next over. Very late to play that shot. Luckily that was a wide. Little bit closer to the stump. This could have been a perfect delivery. This is exactly the coaches will tell you. This is what you should do in the very first ball itself. Just keep it slightly away from the batter and make him reach for that delivery. Again, way outside the off from 2 in 2. We've seen that before. Sujit Mandi has bowled wides. His problems as far as bowling wides is concerned. So need to be careful about this fact. Down the leg side. Another wide. 14 becomes 15 with that wide. And once he starts bowling wides, it just continues to be so. Somebody just tell him that came-up inches should be taken very carefully here. Sometimes a cruel game. Sometimes it goes in your favor. Sometimes it doesn't. It's very important to be straight. Maybe for 1 or 2 delivery. Going straight will be a key. On the back foot. And no run in that. Yeah, of course, this tournament is very important, and to once again remind you that whoever performs well in this tournament, of course, will be given the ticket to Qatar. You know what happens in Qatar? What is going to happen? Of course, the T20 World Cup coming in Qatar. So this tournament becomes very crucial for that aspect. 16 for 1. Overcast conditions. Almost the lunch time, we call it in Odisha. 1:38. And if you get overcast conditions here and not sun, you suddenly turn up and look at the sky and say, what has happened? What has happened here is that the batsmen have played a shot to remember. 6. Probably wanted to hit it on the onside. In the end, adjusted the shot, but got enough to get the maximum value of his shots. Sujit Mandi, what an expensive over this has been. A 6 and 4 runs, and 3 of them are because of wides, and still 3 deliveries to go. He's gone for it again. Oh, a shot that you definitely can play in the power play. First a 6 and then this boundary. (26 for 1), 2 deliveries to go. Sujit Mandi, as I was saying, is very expensive today. 26 now with that double, with that boundary. In fact, play enemies. In fact, a nothing shot. Almost was struck on the crease. No feet movement, no back foot movement, no front foot one, and you got to have either of them. You took the medicine. It'll be all right, no problem. Again in that same region. This time he has protection, single from this. What a fantastic over for the batting side. 2 overs done, 27 for 1. Fielded well by the fielder there. Indranil now coming in. Now he'll be thinking that I didn't have the best of the days with the bat. Can I turn it around with the ball? And knowing him, he will leave no stone to do that. He will definitely be trying something here, and I won't be surprised if he picks up 1 wicket here. And looks like put the fielders in the right direction. Yes, look at that. Just bringing the ball back into the right-hander. Well, cricket at its best, I have to say. If you are a bowler, this is exactly what you want. As your captain will always tell you, that keep it in the right areas. Try to bring the ball back in like that. Once again, 2 in 2. This time a single, but good bowling this. Just forcing the batter to be slightly defensive. Another way of going about the business in T10. 2 without a wicket. Just trying to make sure that everything becomes perfect here. Indranil must be having a lot of great lunch. Again, this time holding the line. So many aspects of fast bowling, and every one of it is taken care of in great fashion. Only 2 runs from it. Looks like a good over. Let's see how it does end this over. Straightforward catch. No, not quite. Have I missed a lot of action by saying straightforward catch? This was no way a straightforward catch. This was a tough catch, but for a look of it, sometimes from the kind of view we have got, it looks like a straightforward catch. Not at all straightforward. 29 for 1. Talk about that. 3 overs done. Akash Singh tossing it up straight away. The pressure of run scoring, and the opposite of that, of course, for the bowling side, that you have got the cushion of runs, so you can toss the ball up and see what is exactly there. Have the cushion of runs, and if they have to win this match, Madhyanchal, they really have to bat well, because they have to break all the records to do that. Chasing 80 has been tough, and this is 107 runs if I'm not wrong. Toughest thing to do. Down the leg side, he calls it a wide, and some runs added to the total. .32 for 1, and Akash Singh is doing nothing different from what he normally does. Round the wicket to the right-hander. He'll definitely try to turn the ball, not quite. This time going with the angle and finding the fielder there. Another single. They're going at 10 for over, mind you. So not that they're behind the game, but how far? That's the question. How long can you just go on with that run rate? If you go on with that run rate for maybe 5 more overs, then the story becomes very interesting. Another single, meanwhile. That's the end. That's the end of the next batter, of course. Akash Singh, you can't keep him out of the wicket column, can you? 6 for 1. 4 overs done, 35 runs on the board. This is how we got that breakthrough in the most delightful fashion. Oh, every bowler's dream that, to hit that timber. The sound of the ball hitting the stump is something else. 35 for 2 after 4 overs. 2 overs to go, full toss. No ball, says the umpire straight away. And puts pressure on the bowler and the captain himself, because what happens is that every time you give deliveries like this, not only you go for runs, you have to bowl an extra delivery, which is nothing but a free hit. Very dangerous. Akash Singh is not expected to do that, at least. He should be the last one to be doing that. He did that, yeah. 2 deliveries to go. 2 deliveries to go. Let's see how it finishes. Talking about finishing, we can hope for a great finish tomorrow as far as this tournament's final is concerned. A lot of arrangements, and of course so many of the guests will be joining us. Clean bowled, it seems. Yes, but does it matter? It's a free hit. Rather take a single. This particular thing has actually reminded me of the 2022 T20 World Cup match, India versus Pakistan, where they bowled the free hit in the last. Virat Kohli took singles, took runs from that. In fact, it looks like it's Dinesh Karthik, yeah, if I'm not wrong. So something that is that memory just freshen up. Hitting runs from free hit deliveries. Not bad at all. Expensive over, and that's only because he's bowled that no ball. Akash probably bowled only one bad ball, and that was a no ball. That's it. Creates chances, and very brave to bowl from round the wicket. I mean, once you go round the wicket, there's only one way you can get rid of the batters nowadays, is if you get that line right, the angle right. He's creating that, and that's how he's at the right end of things now. 6 overs completed. 50 comes off for Madhyanchal. 50 for 3. Again on the onside. Still lagging behind. The run rate's climbing off. Almost 14 now. They should be trying to be as close as possible to that. Madhyanchal batting second has been tough, I'm telling you. And hence should be keeping an eye on how they can make sure that if it stays for them, it should stay for them forever. At least in this tournament. Opens the face of the bat. Hits it to point to get a single from that. No big shots. Game of singles. Apart from that boundary of the first ball. Of course, 56 for 3. Three deliveries to go in this over. It has to be a big one for them. No run in that. In fact, they've taken a single from that. Nice. Intent is there at least. 9 runs from this over. Indranil. First over was brilliant. The first over. Only 2 runs. Second over now 7 runs because of that boundary. 2 deliveries to go. The Suns still there, and the rain god has been very happy with this tournament so far, and touch wood that this should be really it till the end of the all matches in the final 2. More runs. Yeah, so the rain should not be a villain. Weather focus is something else, and it is the desire of these players, the energy of the players, of course. IDCA and ODCA, and all of us, to be honest, and the desire to have this tournament and a way of it. Bringing the dismissal here is Indranil, keeping it away from the right-hander. He could find the outside edge of the bat, and that's the least way of getting out in a T10 contest. Closing the face of the bat, diving is the wicket-keeper, and you got to give credit to the wicket-keeper here as well. 58 for 4, 7 overs done.
ଚାର୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ କ'ଣ ବନେଇବାର ଅଛି ମୋତେ କହିଲେଣି ମୋ ମୁଣ୍ଡ ଖରାପ ହେବ। ମୁଁ ନଥିଲି, ମୁଁ ସେଇଠି ଆଜି ଆସିକି ପହଞ୍ଚିଲି, ବାହାରକୁ ଟିକେ ପଳାଇଥିଲି।
Yes.
ଯିବ
We will go now. 2 deliveries to go. Picked up a wicket in the last ball. Sumit and Aman are the 2 batters at this point in time. Both are yet to be off the mark. Not a great sight. Wild helps though. I think the problem with Madhyanchal is that they didn't have enough wickets in hand. Of course, you talk about runs and the way of it. But definitely, there's not enough runs that you expect from each of the batters. Oh, that looks like a big one. Not quite. Fielders coming under it and taking a beautiful catch. Diving and then jumping it almost to take that catch. Excellent, excellent indeed. Wicket number 6 goes down. Falling like backup cats. Wickets after wickets. Latest of it. You could say that the shot was on, but it was not executed that well. It was hit in the air and then the fielder running in from a fair bit of distance and then putting in that dive and grabbing this opportunity. That's exactly what separates the great team from the good team. Last ball of this over. It's 67 for 6. Final ball. A single taken from that. It was done 68 for 6. Single to start. 69 now. Not doing enough to what is required at this point in time. I'm having a bit of discussion. Maybe to change the bat. Oh, looks like they've changed the bat. Nice. Let's see if that brings the change in fortune or not. Only time will find that out. Next ball. Nothing different from the first. This is cricket at its best from Bengal. First with the bat, now with the ball on the field as well. Go and get that. They're really lagging behind here. The batting side, Madhyanchal. Could have been another wicket. Yes, yes, another wicket. Oh, hello. They are finding ways to make themselves in a stage where they can lose wickets. Wicket number 7 this time goes down. And it's tough to describe what is exactly happening out there. Another shot where you really can't define. Maybe the idea was to go over the fielder's head. But again, doing that is not an easy task. You can't do that with 100% accuracy. 69 for 7. Going down and out. Now up to the bowlers to do it. Munna Sarkar picking up another wicket, 13 for 2. And he's 40 plus run to the total. 45 to be precise. What an aspect to the team. Got him! Munna Sarkar has 3 wickets now. Bowler of the tournament. And if you ever have a battle of that, Munna Sarkar will probably come in one of those 5 players. And as far as fast bowling is concerned, he is the most exciting talent we have. With that, he can hit big sixes, as you were mentioning. The latest of them is a clean bowl. 69 for 8. Now they are just having a walk at the park. 69 for 8, as I just mentioned. Two deliveries to go. And it looks like a super hit movie in the first innings. It looks like a movie which has shown a lot of promise but couldn't quite do a lot of box office in the second. Got him! It just keeps coming for Munna Sarkar. And looks like he's picked up a hat-trick. Munna Sarkar has picked up a hat-trick. Yes, it is. My goodness, that's a fantastic display of fast bowling. Remember the name, remember this guy. He can be a great asset if he goes to the T20 World Cup. 3 wickets on a trot and a day to remember. That too with the kind of runs he scored in the first innings. 69 for 9, but that's later. It's Munna Sarkar who's got those 3 wickets and as quickly as he could. Last wicket to go. Last ball to go to. He survives. He's gonna keep the strike, Saurav. But what an extraordinary last over that was. 3 wickets in that. We will be watching the highlight of that match very soon, that's for sure. Munna Sarkar, what a spell. 14 for 4. 5 balls to go. Extraordinary first last over. 3 wickets on a trot. Bengal have made this easy for them. It's not a lot of runs from that. Now the dot ball, matter of 4 balls. They're delighted. The dressing room is absolutely delighted. Saptarshi given another opportunity. The left arm spinner, Bengal and left arm spinner, they just love it. 2 things Bengals just love in cricket. One is, of course, they play spinners very well. This is love it when they play against spin. They go bang bang. You can see Munna doing that. You can see the rest of the batters trying to do that as well. Abhishek, if I'm not wrong. And also Bengal produces some beautiful spinners. A lot of spinners. I covered a lot of tournaments in Bengal in my commentary days, and I'm amazed to see the kind of spinners we get there. This is love producing them. Great land. No run. No run in that. Starting out even one-sided affair. At one point it looked like they might be putting up some fight, but that was only for some period of time. Another one-sided affair, another match that was dominated by the batting side. Tucked away nicely for a single. Maybe come back for the second. No, just a single. So final ball coming up with Bengal standing tall and ready to celebrate another win. This is an impossible match to win now for Madhya Pradesh. Of course, they will be taking it in a different way. Last ball. Maybe a chance of going over the line. Yes, if you are a batting side, you'll be happy with the way you finish the match, but eventually it's Bengal once again came victorious here. Won this match by 28 runs. Another big victory for a team which lost the first match but came back well after that and looked like one of the sides of the tournament and putting up a wonderful fight. Another sweet victory for Bengal. Much like the Bengal's Sandesh, they'll be delighted with that too. So that's game number 3 of the day. We have another game today that's coming up next. So we'll be taking some break. We'll come back for the next match, of course, but not before. We'll look at what has happened. Those wickets, this is Akash. Before, of course, then you could see that Munna Sarkar getting those wickets too. This was a clean bowl, the first one. This is the second one. It was the bowler who did, in fact, found a way to just grab a wicket and picked up 2 in 2. Then nobody was seeing that coming. Really, nobody was seeing that coming, but Munna had the belief in himself that he can pick the hat-trick of the tournament. And he did that. Like that. Goodness me. He could remember this for a long time. So was Bengal, because that was a victory for them. That's it from game number 3. We'll be back with game number 4.